Prologue. The fog of nescience. He was lying on a cold metal table, a lone specimen in a cosmic laboratory, vibrating at a frequency so dense he couldn't recognize me. He was dazed and afraid. He'd forgotten who he was. He'd forgotten he was me. It was dark, too dark to see, so I sent down a dim, hazy light.
Hello?
His voice trembled as it echoed into the abyss. He clutched at his arms and his legs, feeling out the boundaries of his body, his first and last.
Is there anybody out there?
He was fragile, bereft of hope. It tugged at my heartstrings to watch him, bumbling around in the cold indifference.
Who's there?
He called out, desperate for some form of love.
You're talking to yourself.
My voice startled him. It sounded like bagpipes. As he considered my presence, a canopy of stars began to flicker above his head.
That doesn't make any sense.
He was right. We were out beyond conventional logic. He rubbed his sleepy eyes and gazed at his pale green hands, struggling to comprehend himself.
I'll try and explain.
Holographic symbols and letters began streaming through the darkness. Words and metaphors tumbled out of the void to bridge the distance between us. That distance that didn't actually exist.
I am the voice of your soul.
That's absurd. I can't even see you.
I know it's an egregious claim, but you're so easily distracted, only grand gestures get your attention.
He collapsed back onto the table, his spirits unmoved by tall talk. As he wearily stared at the countless celestial bodies sparkling in a spiral of dusty phosphorescence, a sublime symphony soared into his ears. Glorious and transcendent, it was impossible to resist as it seeped into his disposition, arousing him from his indifference. Waves crashed as the wind trumpeted through conch shells. Bells and chimes playfully jingled. A rare and different tune, it was powerful yet serene, as if the stars themselves seemed to be singing. Angelic choirs were chanting sacred hymns as the ethereal harmonies of unstruck strings wafted gently over pounding primal percussion. Before long, he was filled with hope and wonder, his senses moved by the concord of sweet sounds.
Whoa. I've never heard anything like this.
It's been here all along. I just nudged your attention up a bit.
The entire cosmos was blithely waltzing to the rhythm of the invisible conductor's baton. As the nebulous galaxies billowed and eddied, I swirled into the radiant form of a single eye, pulsing with divine love and understanding, and gazed down at his fragile shell.
Right now, you're not fully aware, but you and everyone else in the universe exist simultaneously in different realities. Each one of you a magnificent, multi-dimensional being, greater than you know.
Communication was challenging. His entire concept of self was distorted. Constant adjustments were required to correspond to his fluctuating bandwidth. Where I come from, communication is superfluous. Individuality does not exist. It's hardly a place at all. All is one, an interconnected, unified field, unaltered by space and time. I stared at him some more, fluttering out bagpipe reverie into the sonic rapture.
Truly something, huh?
It's wild. It's unreal. It's always been here?
Yes, same as it ever was.
Where am I? Why can't I remember anything?
You agreed to forget.
Agreed? Agreed to what?
You made a deal with your younger brother. You agreed to forget who you are and confine your attention to the frequency of his illusion.
Why would I do that?
A new perspective? An adventure? You were bored? I don't know. You tell me.
What do you mean, illusion?
That word didn't sit well with him.
You'd prefer reflection? Or perhaps simulation?
He gazed out towards the shimmering heavenly bodies.
A simulation of what? This isn't real?
Well, it depends upon your definitions. There are literally infinite interpretations of what you call reality.
Ugh. Why am I so tired?
Little brother's illusion can be exhausting. And you've been trapped down here for a very long time.
A constellation caught his attention, an 8-pointed rose. Inside it, he could see 9 planets orbiting a large red sun. He watched in awe as they completed their revolutions in microseconds, like electrons circling the nucleus of an atom.
What do you mean? Trapped?
He didn't like the sound of that either.
It's okay. We're getting out, once and for all.
He rubbed his skinny green fingers together as the gravity of his predicament seeped into his core.
Wait, I don't understand. We're getting out?
It's the outer loop.
A bright comet with the tail of a rainbow blasted through the sky, but he barely noticed. He was distracted by an ominous cackling that was disrupting the glorious music of the spheres.
What's that?
Don't worry. It's gonna be all right.
I tried to soothe him, but it was already too late. He'd been sucked inside a swirling vortex of light and shadow. He was spinning in a tornado of flashing whirls and coils. As the hideous laughter grew louder, he screamed in terror.
What's happening? Try to stay calm. I'm never far.
My voice was already fading from his ears.
Keep it simple. Just drive your ship and don't fuck up.
Huh? What the hell does that mean?
I watched as he fell at a dizzying speed, cascading down a wormhole that curved and twisted and dipped through the annals of time, until his consciousness finally landed in a cataclysm of lust and glamour. A front line in the battle between pleasure and pain. It was a cold, cultish, mysterious place. An American high school. When I checked in next, he wasn't doing so hot.